Yo, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Alright, it is time. It is time for the big one. Completely slipped under my radar. I did not know about it at all, but apparently Vinland Saga has ended. And I only have 2 chapters to read. It's been like, I think 3 months since I read Vinland Saga. And since then, I haven't read any chapters. I thought more chapters would have come out in the meantime, but I guess not. Let's see. All right. This is, hold up. How do I do this? Let's this like this, and this one. That like this. No, the hell? So that still doesn't work perfectly. What the hell? No, hold up. I'm fucking up over here. Holy shit. It's full screen. We'll do that. Okay, there we go. That should be better, I think. But yeah, Vinland Saga, man, I am actually a bit scared. I'm actually scared. Because a lot of times when it comes to stories, to storytelling, it's very rare that a story has a actual really good conclusion. There are exceptions, of course. Avatar: The Last Airbender, from start to finish, just 10 out of 10. All the way through the end, to the end, a good climax. Fairly simple, but a good climax, a good finale. The viewers got what they wanted, and everyone was satisfied. Like, it was a proper conclusion. But then there are stories with a not so good conclusion. Or let's say Attack on Titan. I mean, all the way, like the story is all the way from the beginning towards the final saga. Amazing story, but then the final saga started, and everyone was like, "What the fuck is going on here?" And there's a couple more examples that I can get. I mean, Baki. I mean, in terms of story, it's not the greatest. It's just a fun manga / anime, but the finale, even like the climax, the fight between Yujiro and Baki was kind of mid, honestly. Like, I expected more from it, and it felt like the author didn't really know what to do with that fight. Like, it felt like he didn't know, like he hadn't made up his mind on how to make the fight conclude. Yeah, but now, Vinland Saga, a story that is absolutely fucking phenomenal from start all the way to where I'm at right now. The last chapter I read is 218, and now we have 2 chapters to go, and I am scared. Like I said, I am hella scared. I'm nervous. I'm also scared to say goodbye to the story, because I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. Let's pull up the chapter. Got me my coffee. So you have a chapter that came out in May 29th, and the last chapter came out on July 26th, which is like 3 weeks ago, which is kind of crazy. Here to read the chapter. What is this bullshit ass website? Hold up. Read Vinland Saga online. Actually, let's go to comic. Okay, let's do that. We'll do Vinland Saga. Um, 219. Oh, there was some shit going on outside. And it looks like we finally have escaped, or not escaped, but like we're done with we're done with the 1,000-year voyage, and we're finally gotten a new chapter title. Let's see. First off, right, let's close Discord. I'm gonna share the link one more time. I'm gonna start in about 2 minutes. Ooh, strange smell going on here. Maybe it's the neighbors outside doing shit. Alright, I think I'm ready to go. Not sure what to expect, honestly, at all. I'm scared, I'm nervous. We shall see. Actually, let me try another website. Mangafire. Mangafire is a nicer website to read on. Vinland Saga, yes. Okay, so yeah, 2 more chapters. Okay, this is much better. Let's switch scenes. And of course, page isn't showing. There we go. This is it. We are about to start. Vinland Saga, chapter 219. Here we go. Let me just switch to One Piece music. It's a bit more chill. Okay, let's do this. I'm scared. How many pages are there? Fuck. Okay, that's... Okay, so for the second to last chapter... 26 chapters. That's 26 pages. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's actually really good. Which means it's not going to be a regular chapter. And the next chapter won't be either. Alright, let's go. Thorfinn. Okay, we got us a flashback. Thorfinn, just remember this. If you're in danger in the days ahead, and your options dwindle, and you're forced to take that last resort you fear, remember that I know how you feel. Never forget that, brother. Oh boy. Chapter 219, again and again. Peaceful in dreamland, getting buried together with Arnite's statue. The hell? Why did my phone automatically go to do not disturb? That's crazy. So yeah, getting buried. Thorfinn about to make a very tough decision, I think. Einar, I know how you feel. You were in danger and your emotions dwindled, but you couldn't but fight. We know that feeling. And he starts to throw in the dirt. I dedicate this piece to you. Also, how's the audio? Testing 1, 2, 3, testing 1. It sounds good, sounds good. Okay, we see a bunch more dead people. Ah, Papa, my darling. Ah. Okay, so people mourning their loved ones, their fathers, their husbands, the ones who died in battle against the natives. About 100 kilometers northeast of Arnite's village is the island where the women and children took refuge. We have, of course, the kids and wives, sisters, whoever they are, mourning their losses. What about my husband? Is Oddkel safe? Is Thorgeir, son of Bjork, alive? Yeah, of course, it makes sense. In the midst of war, it's hard. It's an endless amount of chaos. It's hard to tell who's alive and who's not alive, especially in this era, when there's like no rules of engagement, anything goes. Just kill, pillage, and worse. I mean, there's gonna be bodies chopped up, people decapitated, maybe even burned alive. Okay, so we have the sea captain. Today, the only ones arriving at this refuge are the corpses for you to part from. If you do not find his corpse here, then your man is alive. Does that mean the war is over? I want to return to the village. No, that won't be possible. Despite the truce, tensions are still high. We don't want to set off the noon. I hope you understand. Okay, so we have some people chopping wood, chopping down trees for firewood, or whatever it's used for. The men will be withdrawing to this island within a few days. We will immediately start adding on small rooms, so you will be able to treat the wounded. Oh, it hurts. Okay, so oh, it's that fucktard. Both of my legs are broken. Careful, careful. Oh no, never mind. Never mind. I confused him with someone else. Never mind. That's on me. That's on me. Be careful, I say. Oh, hold up. Oh, damn, Lucas. Sorry. I didn't. Chat was frozen for a moment. I didn't see your message at all. It was like it didn't scroll down automatically. My bad. Was wondering when you were gonna finish this. Yeah, I announced it on Wednesday during my One Piece stream. I was gonna do it today, and I announced it earlier today on YouTube. But yeah, I got 2 chapters to read, and I'm like I said at the beginning of stream, I'm scared, I'm nervous, and also sad for having to say goodbye to this masterpiece. I really hope they stick the landing with this finale. Be careful, I say. If you got that much energy, I think you'll be fine, Augie. We lost. No, we won. We won, I tell you. Another push and we'd have annihilated the Noon. But that Thorfinn, he just decided on his own that we'd evacuate. He didn't even listen to what we want. He's just taking advantage of the fact that I can't move. Fuck you. Like before Thorfinn and the group set off to Vinland, they should have vetted the people. Anyone who has any, like the slightest bit of bloodlust in them, they don't get to go. Because now they have these people like this who are just hell-bent on killing and pillaging, and they have no interest at all for a different type of life. He died and lost the hand too. Hey Gudrid, how are you going to compensate us for that? Oh wait, we died and lost the land too. Still can't believe Yukimura killed Einar. I mean, it makes sense. Because he has... I mean, we've seen Thorfinn at his lowest, like during the farm saga. That's when we saw Thorfinn at his lowest. But now we have to see Thorfinn at his lowest again with his new mindset. So we can see what kind of decision he makes. Hey Gudrid, how are you going to compensate us for that? Everything that happened is Thorfinn's responsibility. No! Yo, this panel would go hard as an emote, honestly. Just a big no. Well, I'm actually gonna save it. Because I don't think I can turn it into a Twitch or YouTube emotes yet. I mean, for Twitch, I'm gonna need a lot more shit, but I can at least use it for Discord, I think. Let me save that shit. Oh, and it's the kid. It's not Daddy's fault that people died. Daddy hates fighting. Hardly. Children should stay out of adult conversations. Go play. Man, that kid has shown intelligence. Like, at the level of, like, the current modern age. Daddy isn't wrong. We have good people, and so do the new. So why can't things work out? Why do we... So the old fuck. Why do we need to be kind to the new? Thorfinn is in charge of this settlement, so why isn't he putting the success of the settlement first? Daddy isn't wrong. Even if the settlement didn't work out, he isn't wrong. If it didn't work out, that means Thorfinn's ideals were wrong. So explain to me, how in the fuck are your ideals correct? If you stayed in fucking Norway or Denmark, whatever the fuck you come from, you are going to get attacked and pillaged. Sooner or later. You came to this place because that was not the right way to live. And it's... like, Vinland Saga always does this to me. Like, it brings out this fucking anger within me. Not specifically because I'm angry at them, because I know there's people in real life who are so hell-bent in staying in their current, how do you say it? The current worldview. They refuse to see anything in a different way from the moment they were born. It's fucking pathetic. And it was based on a real person which has wrote about Thorfinn's adventure, and I thought we were gonna... I mean, I know the author is... He used to take a lot of breaks for to do like historical research in order to write the story properly. But as for like this era with Vikings and like the era of what's he called? Like the old man who first discovered Vinland, Leif Erikson. I don't know much, if not anything, about that era. So like the people who are real and not real, I'm not... I only knew about, I think, Thorfinn and Leif Erikson, but I don't know much about them at all. As for When it comes to Nordic stuff, I'm more knowledgeable about the mythology, not the actual history. That was childish, Uggy. Don't take out your loss on a kid. What'd you say? If the failure is solely Thorfinn's responsibility, then the success was thanks to Thorfinn as well, no? What do you think, Uggy? Are you just a guest at the settlement? Oh, okay. Whose auntie's that? She's... okay. She shut him the fuck up. She shut him the fuck up. Hell yeah. I forgot to grab my fan. Is it still hot in here? Don't worry, Goodread. Carly's a good boy. You have Thorfinn sitting at the grave with the Frida stone. Is it the same as he is in real life? I mean, the one thing that I know about like Nordic history is the fact that they didn't write much. So like all their way of life, their like the way they did things, there's not much record of it because they didn't like that specific part of the world. For some reason, they didn't used to write. It's like we also don't know if like the Vikings, if they were just meatheads, or like they were actually intelligent, or like whether they had some sort of hierarchy. That's pretty much all I know. Because I remember reading that in the Norse mythology book. Because the entirety of Norse mythology, like all we know about Norse mythology, it's not a set piece of text that has been written. Like it's like small stories that have been passed down, like for word of mouth throughout the generations. And there's like pieces of like poems written here and there, folklore songs, and so they gathered all that together, and combined they made like the Norse mythology with like Thor, Odin, Loki. So there's a fuck ton of different interpretations too. So Thorfinn sitting there. You have Bug Eyes, Hild. Hild, I'm just like Einar. War, because of the violence. In order to protect Garly and Gudrid the baby, I was going to be violent. I mean, you didn't though. Like, that was like what's her name again? I forgot her name. But she stood there at the barn door, like didn't budge an inch. Didn't use any violence, just took all the spears and arrows. For that purpose, even if I had killed someone, I would have told myself I had no choice. Fighting in a war, that is killing people. I didn't really understand it. Same here, says Hild. I didn't understand it either. And Hild is such a dope character. Like, Hild is arguably my favorite, I think my favorite character in the whole thing. Thorfinn is the only one who understood. Oh yeah, Cordelia, that's the one. I want Cordelia. I want to hate us, but even more than that, I want to shout out what fools we are. If I did that to the point of ending suffering, Thorfinn... Yeah, that's not gonna... just give it time. Okay, then we have Carly sitting there on the tree with a dog. Man, the newborn... the newborn looking like Zoro in Onigashima when he was bandaged up. I don't think we've had the name of the newborn yet. Regarding Daddy, thank you for protecting me. You made me very happy. You've grown up, Carly. It would have been better if it worked out. I mean, yeah, but the reason it worked out is not because of Thorfinn. Growing the wheat went fine. The spread of the disease messed things up. I mean, that's one aspect. And even then, that could have been prevented. Or, like, at least battled better? Or fought better? But things had to turn violent. But I think that, considering the age of where this took place, there's so much superstition. Even if, let's say, even if all the Warhawks stayed at home, and Thorfinn brought only, like, the people who actually believed in his dream, the disease alone most likely would have ended it. We also don't understand the new language. If we had learned the language properly from the start, we would have been able to talk. We'll definitely do better next time. Okay. Oh, I only see that Life was a Norse explorer, and funny enough, I just find out that this kid named Thorkel. His kid. Wait, really? Ah, that's funny. Where the hell is he anyway? Like, if anything, I thought, oh, someone dropped a sub. Whoever that was, I very much appreciate it. Thank you very much. If, like, out of everyone involved to, like, ruin the whole Vinland thing, I could have sworn, like, I would have betted my life on Thorkel getting to Vinland and just wrecking shit there. But he never showed up, which I guess it makes sense. We'll do it again and again until a piece of land is created, until everyone understands Daddy, as long as it takes. Okay, that might be a bit of the childlike innocence coming out, because I don't think it's gonna be that easy. Because you pretty much had only had like one shot to do it properly. Like, how many years did they spend there? And people also have the endurance to travel only so much before having to try over and over again. Because if you're going from new place to new place, being passive, being as peaceful as possible, and everyone keeps attacking you, that is not good for morale either. Probably kill all the news. Yeah, most likely. I always call Thorkel the Kaido of Vinland Saga. Like, just pure brute muscle, pure brute strength. But he's still lost. Like, he's missing a key component that he doesn't understand. Something that Thor's did have. Like, Thor's realized what being a true warrior is about. And Thorkel just seemed so lost. And same for Kaido. Like, he knew Joy Boy existed, but like, he didn't know what Joy Boy was about. He thought he was Joy Boy at one point. So he completely missed the point. And pretty much went the strength route to get to the top. Even though he was the strongest at one point, he was still lost and didn't know what to do, essentially. Okay, and then laughing. Crap, he grew up a little too much, eh, Carly? Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I have to go grab my fan because it's getting really hot here. Give me a few moments. All right, we back. I like how Thorko is not completely stupid. No, yeah, sure. I mean, he has some wisdom in him. He always opening around, but he just can't. Yeah, but he also like there is like all his battle experience. It did come like it did bring him some wisdom to a certain extent. Okay, boss. Daddy and I will go with you to the end of the world. Ah, no. Vinland is enough. So what? Are they just gonna... Is that how the story will end? Like just... Carly, Thorfinn, and... Okay, once again, I'm forgetting a name. Her. Going on a solo trip. Thorfinn, still standing by the grave. Seeing Einar. I understand you now. I'm sorry. The spell of war is powerful. Gudrid. Yeah, Gudrid. The spell of war is powerful. To the point where even a man who hates war as much as you ended up using a weapon. I learned something. You surrendered. Rest well. I mean, yeah, that's that's essentially what Einar did. Like I said, there's only so much a human can take when it comes to being peaceful. Okay, we flashback to the farmland. By the end, you understood me. It made me happy. See you, Einar. Humanity begins. The 1,000-year voyage. Oh, is that what? Okay. Huh. So So this whole time, the 1,000-year voyage is like everything from this point on, all the way to present time, pretty much. It's quite realistic for this expedition to fill, and it seems the ending... I mean, I pretty much assumed that... it was going to end in a failure, but did you just spoil the ending? Chapter 220. Somewhere not here. I mean, obviously the story was never going to end positively. Because it's supposed to be like historic to a certain extent. The end of a long journey, the dawn of a new one. Okay, we see a bunch of people backing up ships. I still don't know how to pronounce this name. It's all vowels. Polmak. This is for you. Bug Eyes, please interpret. It's wheat, not flour. Nothing could make more. No. I like obviously there was no chance that this was gonna like have a good ending. But there was always like a question in my mind, like maybe it was going to have like a positive ending to a certain extent, like maybe successful, maybe an ending of what could have been instead of what actually happened. But the fact that he already ended it, yeah, there's no shot. It's wheat, not flour. Are you sure it's okay for me to have this? To make up for things, just a little. And here's a hoe. Till the earth and scatter the seeds in the fall. And harvest in early summer, right? Got it. I'll give it a try. Okay, it's at least nice that That it's at least nice that Thorfinn and Polmuk are still ending it on good terms. I wanted to teach you how to grow it properly, but don't worry, it's a strong crop, so it can grow well. So it can grow well even on its own. Whoa, wait, stop! I can't translate all that. Where's Niska? Bathroom? Willa Linitap. Thank you, friend. Willa Lin Polmuk. Nmoltis Nitap. Miss... his name is even worse. You too. And I mean, what are you planning to shake there? Because I don't think he has much to shake with. Oh, he realizes, gives him his other hand. Till we meet again. Okay, okay, that makes me happy that he's final. Okay, fair enough. Multis Nod Sagamao. And off they go. Off they set sail. It's actually kind of crazy sailing the seas with these things. Okay, so they're setting off. Thorfinn notices something. Oh, right. He still has the sword. Vegeta. Well, guys, please interpret. Kaka Kuj. A word of warning. Throw away that sword. If you wish for the new to continue living peacefully on this land for long, throw that sword into the sea. You will succumb to the call of violence. I mean, I agree with Thorfinn, however, I'm not sure if he will, because the power he felt when he cut off someone's limb, like he was on a power high. At least the shaman old understood but yeah, a bit too late, but yeah, pretty much. Whips out the sword, laughs, and just laughs. Shines it in the bright sky. He's not gonna throw it away, huh? Yeah, I doubt it. Like, I will kill a lot of people with that sword. I mean, he already has. But like, he's not the most batshit crazy person. Like, even though he's pretty fucking strong, and I mean, he's a warrior. Like, he lives for fighting, pretty much. He's not too far gone. Like, he understands... Like, he understood diplomacy, which is a good thing. But that sword might change things. Wait, how many pages are there? Okay, 30 pages. Okay, fair enough. So, 4 ships sailing off. Anyway. Okay, they're pulling the supply ship behind them. What are you doing, Bug Eyes? Pulling that small boat over. He seems clever, still thinking about killing his best... I think more so using it as a power tool. As a... He sees himself as invincible right now. Like, I don't think he's gonna go about killing about mindlessly. But he will use a lot of examples to showcase what that thing can do. but doesn't realize that he will become the biggest target. Maybe not direct combat, but definitely assassination, because people are going to want to steal that sword. Okay, so they pull in a small boat with some supplies in it. Ah, okay, no wonder. Yeah, okay, no wonder. So when he'll, yeah, so that's why they couldn't find her. We've decided to live together. Sorry, but I'll be taking this boat. Call it a wedding present. I see. I did notice that Niska wasn't around for the goodbyes. I mean, I'm scared to ask, but like, how old are they? Because I know Bug Eyes is pretty young, but she seems very, very young. But wait, Bug Eyes. Nah, I've been thinking about the future too, you know. But this is the only way we can be together. If I stayed on the island, I'd be killed by Kagat's Kuj and his guys. But if I brought Niska to Greenland, she'd be forced to live like a Nord. That is a fucked up way to put it. Holy shit. He didn't even try. He didn't even try to make it sound positive, but holy shit. Niska will be fine. Everyone knows she's great. She's smart. She'll manage to overcome the cultural. No, it's impossible. It's not the cultural differences. The Nu and the Nords are only just... Wait. Okay, so wait, Bug Eyes. He says no, it's impossible. It's not the cultural differences. The Nu and the Nords only just finished trying to kill each other. So what is your conclusion then? Anyway, so it goes. We talked it over and decided. See us off with a smile, huh? Call me if you ever need an interpreter. I'll come running. I understand. Congratulations, you two. Oh wait, I think I misunderstood. No, never mind. My bad. That was 100% my bad. I misunderstood his what was happening, because I thought he was smuggling her to Greenland, but no, they're going someplace completely different. When he said this, but if I brought Niska to Greenland, she'd be forced to live like a Nord. I thought he said that as like a positive thing for him, but no, he's saying that as a negative thing. Okay, thank God, because that was a fucked up sentence when I read it first. So they're going to separate their ways. So he's taking her to a place where she won't be forced to live like a Nord, I assume. Niska, take care of Bug Eyes. Surprisingly sophisticated. I always thought she meant that I kind of... Wait, hold up. I always thought she meant that as a kind of, I can do it, you know? Yeah, leave it. Yeah, leave it. It's funny. Congratulations, Niska and Bug Eyes. Take care, you two. Bug Eyes, don't make Niska cry. Live in good health. And off they go. Well then, where shall we go, Niska? Somewhere not here. It would have been safe. Niska would not have been safe. No. If she would have been safe there, he would have gone there. I mean, like the whole Nordic area, like the whether it's Greenland, Norway, Denmark, even the Great Britain, the Great Britain Islands. even if like the place where they stay is safe, like the people accept them, those places are primed to be like, those are big targets. They always get like, it's an endless war of pillaging and destruction. And seeing someone who's not from there, seeing a pretty girl who's not from that area, she's gonna be the biggest target once they see her. With Thorfinn on their side might change something? No, I'm talking... I mean, yeah, the racism is one thing, but like there's also like the... I mean, you know, the... How do I say it without like YouTube doing shit? Like forcing her to do stuff. That's another part. Like, I'm sure wherever they will go, like the area, like the place where Thorfinn is, that will be safe for a bit for her. But they're gonna be attacked at some point. So we're not here. The Saga of the Greenlanders, a 13th century manuscript, describes the 6 voyages of Europeans to the... Wait, hold up. Oh, let me try again. I'm having trouble reading. The Saga of the Greenlanders, a 13th century manuscript, describes the 6 voyages of Europeans to the land in North America they called Vinland. Thorfinn Karlsefni's settlement project was the 5th of these, and seems to have been the largest one. Okay. Yeah, so this is like supposed to be like actually according to history. Okay, we have 4 ships returning. I'm gonna assume this is Greenland. And that is actually madness. Just look at it. Running through the water. That place is covered in snow. And I don't think those shoes are waterproof. Oh, damn. I'm just... How do they even have 2 toes left? How are their feet even intact? Why did these adventurers travel to the ends of the earth? For the Icelandic trader Thorfinn Karlsefni, it would be more natural to turn continental Europe in a search of wealth. He could also have made a name for himself by going Viking. But he chose to go pioneering in the New World. Why? To what end? Okay, so Thorfinn and Gudrid and Carly and the dog finally reunited. Oh no, this is not Greenland. This is like the settlement like up north. Like the refuge settlement. And he's taking a look at his newborn. I'm assuming it's a baby boy. I forget if it was confirmed or not. But it looks like a boy. I like how the author never fails to like draw the scars on his hands. The endless amount of cuts that he's gotten. Okay, we're back in Finland. Polmuk. Hoeing around. seeding the place. There's rabbits hopping around. Okay, so he's just standing there watching the rain. Okay, that's actually interesting. Like he's actually staying there, scaring away the birds. And it's hard to tell how much time has passed, but... Ah. What's sprouted where prayers? Wait, what's sprouted were prayers for the future. We must not let them die out. And his seeds actually showing some promise, and that's the end. Oh boy. Okay. So that's the entire story of Vinland Saga. That's actually the entire story. So ever since I started my like my search of a great manga besides One Piece, I did Kingdom, I did Berserk, I did Vagabond, I did Vinland Saga, Baki, JoJo's, which is still ongoing. I did Food Wars, AOT, and Death Note, which I watched the anime of. This actually... I actually like the ending. I was scared for a moment. I was scared that something was gonna happen to like leave us... something to like blue ball us or some shit. But it didn't happen. Like the ending, even though it's open-ended, even though like obviously Thorfinn didn't achieve what he wanted to achieve, the project of Vinland failed miserably, but still held some promise. It left some... It wasn't all negative. And in terms of storytelling, I think this might be the key to like ending a story properly. Like nothing too grandiose. Just have the big finale and just end it simply. Like in a like, don't overdo it. Because I mean, even though it's open-ended, even though I would love to like, I mean, Thorfinn is still alive. He's still young. It's like Thorfinn is still young. He's still alive. He has his whole life ahead of him. They gave us a hint of them potentially going to trying in another place, even though the historical records say that this project was the biggest one. I would have loved to continue following the story, but I am glad that it's actually like pretty much just quitting at when it's at its peak, pretty much. And if there is one complaint that I have of Vinland Saga, I actually only have one complaint, and that was from a long time ago. The journey to Greece, that we skipped that. That is the only thing that I regretted not seeing. So I was really looking forward to that journey, going to Greece, seeing new places, exploring new places, all that sort of stuff. But we just skipped that whole thing, which I know it's not the point of the story. It was just a means to it was just a means to be able to travel to Vinland. But still, it would have been interesting to at least see some snippets, like at least give us one chapter or two of like interactions within Greece. But other than that, I would say it's a 10 out of 10. It's an S tier story through and through from the beginning. Even though I'm not proud of it, I dropped Vinland Saga at the beginning because I couldn't stand Thorfinn. Like at like what, episode 5 or 6, I dropped Vinland Saga for like a year, and then I finally went back to it. But despite that, one of the best stories ever, with an actual ending. And in a way, it's, when it comes, I mean, Vagabond it has not ended, But the author has written slam dunk, and that manga has concluded. And it also has an open-ended, pretty simple ending, which actually felt pretty good. But I was really scared before starting this this live stream. I didn't know what to expect. I was mostly scared of like the ending being shit, but that did not turn out to be the case. It's a simple ending, open-ended, fair enough. I'm happy with it. I'm actually happy with it right now. And I'm also a bit relieved, if that makes sense. I don't know why, but I feel kind of relieved that the story has finished. Probably the anime would expand the ending. I don't know. I don't want that. And what I definitely do not want is like milking it to like the next journey or whatever. Because you gotta respect, like, I know whatever animation studio works on Vinland Saga, no matter what studio it is, like their sole purpose is like to take in money. Like it's a money grab. That's pretty much it. Even if it's like beautifully animated, all that sort of stuff, their main intention is like to milk the story as much as they can. So when it comes to certain stories, they will milk the absolute shit out of it. For example, Dragon Ball. It has peaked with Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Super was it was good, but not as good as Dragon Ball Z. And the OG Dragon Ball was like at its best. But to this day, we're still getting Dragon Ball content, one way or another. But despite that, Dragon Ball is still, even though it's not as good as it used to be, it's still enjoyable to watch. But on the inverse, Naruto, story completely told, story ended, but then they would not let that story die, and now we have that bullshit Boruto going on, and it's garbage. Like there's no way to go around it. It's absolute garbage. Like imagine if Toei or whoever the publisher is of this story forcing the author to like create a future story about Carly. They were to expand the story in like season 1. We see Thorfinn childhood alongside with Askeladd. Season 2, we see that A9 of the film. I actually have not watched season 2 yet. As for season 1, I only watched the anime, so that's all I know. But what I mean obviously the anime is gonna expand on certain stuff. That's how it is. But like what I don't want is going beyond this. So this page right here, this is what it should end on. I don't want to see what comes afterwards. Like that is for the actual author to, like that story is for the actual author to tell, and he chose not to show us. And I don't care how greedy the animation studios are, they should respect the decision. Everything before it, whether they want to expand fight scenes or like showing us the world, like the beautiful scenery, anything, the interactions between the people, I'm fine with that. But like anything beyond this, no, that would be straight up disrespectful. Yeah, the ending it's a solid ending. I'm happy it's ended the way it did. Because I was actually anxious reading the last chapter, because at any moment I was expecting something like Thorfinn being shot out of nowhere and dying. That would have ruined the ending for me. With growing seeds, yeah, exactly. And all this time, from the moment Thorfinn swore to never use violence again, he actually never really did. All the way towards the end, he never really did. Stuck to his guts. As difficult as it was, he chose, like, he actually did it. The only exception that I can think of is this guy right here, the dude with the spear. But Thorfinn did not really engage in that fight. Like, he was mostly dodging and evading. And if... Let me see, how did the fight end again? Okay, so Thorfinn ran away. I vaguely remember Thorfinn knocking him out, but I could be wrong on that. What is it? Yeah, so I guess he just completely lost Thorfinn at that point. I was wondering if we're gonna see Corum again in the last chapter. Yeah, I mean, I can talk. Canute was the one I was waiting for. But then, like, we saw him a couple chapters ago. Like, whatever he was trying, he failed miserably. Like, whatever he was, the plague was rampant. Like, people were dying left and right. And his last words were something along the lines of, I hope whatever Thorfinn is doing, that he's at least succeeding. Something along those lines. Whatever Canute was doing, his method didn't work. Whether it's through his fault or not, I mean, there was still a plague, and that shit is not... That will ruin anything. I guess the only other ending I would have liked is, like, ending it with a final interaction between Canute and Thorfinn. But I doubt they would ever meet again. That's what I'm saying. The anime would expand, and we'll at least see... I mean, there's not much. I mean, it's a plague. I don't think there's anything Canute can do at this point. Like, people are dying left and right. He's forced to, like, go around killing his own people. Just to stop the spread. That is inherently, like, a failure of whatever he chose to do. And it's not necessarily his method that is failing. Like, for that era, that was the standard. But at least he was trying to do good. Like, at least he acknowledged with Thorfinn and his ambition, and he wants to do it his own way. But, like, I don't think there's anything the anime can show, because, I mean, a plague is not to be fucked around with. Like, there's no... Like, that is the biggest challenge. War or no war. The plague is the one thing they have to beat. And the only way to beat it is, like, through quarantine. Like, move out, go to the woods, live in the woods, live on your own, avoid people. Even though Canute at the end of Slave Arc seemed like an end for his story, awareness was... Afterwards was fan service. Do you, by any chance, read Kingdom? You don't. I highly recommend it, especially now that Vinland has ended. So, like, I have... No, it's an amazing... It's a longer story, like 800 something chapters in, and I was considering doing a catch-up stream today, because I think I'm like 5-6 chapters behind. But so, like, in terms of, like, my favorite mangas, I have One Piece at the top, And then just below it, I have Berserk, Vinland Saga, Kingdom, and Vagabond. Those are like the four emperors. I mean, no pun intended. No, that was not even intended as like a One Piece reference, but like the four emperors of like manga. Like those are at the very top. Like it's hard to beat those stories, and Kingdom is one of them. Like if anyone comes out and says like that one of those four stories is the best thing ever written, I'm not one to argue against that. It's the big the big four. The music stopped. Oh, the music's still ongoing. But it's an amazing story. I highly recommend it. The art is amazing. The story is amazing. It's also just like Vinland Saga. It's somewhat historical because it's like the unification of China. So like we're following the main character, like within the warring states period of China, and like the end goal of anytime soon. No. Let me just show you something. Kingdom manga map. Let me show you something. So you see this? This is the map of Kingdom. This is like the China of that time. And over here on the left, you see Qin. That's like the country of our main character. And the goal is to like unify all these countries together. We're now, and like the method of choosing to like accomplish that is pretty much just war and conquering. Like just old school meathead. We need to conquer everyone and unify China as one. We're now 800 somewhat chapters in. Only within like the last 5 chapters, we conquered the first country, and it's the smallest one. And of course, there's more nuance to that. It's not a spoiler. Don't worry. If you decide to like read it, it's not a spoiler. It's just I'm just giving you an idea because there's a lot more context and nuance when it comes to what I said. Yeah. So the first one, and the way they conquered it, it was actually really well done. It was amazing. What did he did? Those 800, man. Some shit happened, man. Some shit happened. Like that thing right there. I have that hung up there for a reason. Like over there, I have Whitebeard, Roger, and Oden sharing drinks with 2 characters from Kingdom. And those 2 characters, they're something else. And this story is going to be much longer than One Piece when all is said and done. Yo, what up, Atten? Welcome to the stream. The ending is mastered for me? Like Vinland? I'm guessing you mean masterpiece? The ending is actually amazing. I really like the ending. Like, he didn't go for anything like bombastic or like over the top. Like he's stuck it within like the Vinland Saga core, within the Vinland Saga spirits. Kept it simple, kept it open-ended, and ending it with a hopeful panel. Like it's actually a great. I really like it. Like that is a. Like I had like the bar for the ending. Like for me was all the way over here, and I was so scared that it was gonna crash all the way down. But he stuck the landing. He did really well. It was really amazing. I was also scared that it was gonna be like crazy emotional, but I'm glad it isn't. I'm really glad that he left it on a hopeful open ending, like, and not a negative one. And of course, I know there might be people. I mean, I'm not like active in the Vinland Saga community, but it wouldn't surprise me if there's like people who are gonna complain about like leaving things certain plot points open, like shit with Torkel and Canute and anything else. But this is not that type of story to like being forced to like tie those things together. It's not that type of story. Like, it's the fact that it's like also rooted within history. You have to like make that choice to just leave certain plot points. I was too like. Oh, let me show you the panel. Where was it? Right here. Like when we sailed away, this was like the scariest moments for you, because I was anxious. I was expecting at any moment like an arrow to like get shot through Thorfinn's head or something. Like, that would have been a dick move, and then ending the story on that chapter, that would have been a dick move. But I'm glad, even though Einar died, it's still a somewhat happy ending. But I am curious, how old is... Huh. I actually didn't consider it. I mean, the job of... mangakas are hella overworked. So I'm curious what the author is gonna do next. Like, is he just gonna retire or write a new story? Let me see. Oh my god. Okay, Yukimura is 49. Okay. That's okay. I mean, I would love to see like another story from him and follow it weekly, but I'm not sure if he has it in him. I mean, he's 51. Maybe if he actually has the ambition to like continue, but like I said, like, the life of a mangaka is not an easy one. It's like, it's non-stop working. I guess he said he wants to write a story in the future. He said enough. Oh, right. Yeah, because I do remember Giga interviewed him, but I never really watched that interview. But I do vaguely remember that, because I did see, like, I didn't watch the interview, but I like saw, I think on the Trash State podcast where he talked about it. He stayed enough in the past. Okay, so I'm guessing he either wants to write a story like rooted in the present time or in the future. Which I hope that if he does, I hope it's like in present time, because I'm not really interested in futuristic stuff. It's not really my type of thing. Are you going to watch the interview? I mean, I guess I could. The one thing that sort of turned me off from watching that interview is because of one answer that he gave. I don't remember if it was Giga who asked him or someone else, but like someone asked him, I think, how do you say it? Someone asked the author about his interest in politics, because, like it or not, Vinland Saga, even though it's like, even though like it's from way back, like the era that it's plays in, it is very political. Like it is primitive politics, and throughout the story, we really saw the authors like how do you say it? Not necessarily his political views, but like his view on life and that sort of stuff, and which is also inherently political. And the answer the author gave was something along those lines. Nah, it's not political. It's just I just drew what I want, what I like, something along those lines. And that was not really a satisfying answer to me. Like I get it's a lot of people who don't want to talk about politics, but I would have preferred if he just straight up said like I don't want to talk about politics. Next question. That I would have respected. But saying that Vinland Saga is not political, when it like all that issue about pacifism and peace versus war, that is insanely political. It would have been interesting to like delve into like his mind when it comes to his like political views, but I don't think. But like the answer he gave was kind of, I don't know. It felt like he was not telling the truth. And since he doesn't got in exactly. The what was I gonna say? Yeah, because since Vinland Saga is rooted in history, I'm actually curious if he's going to still choose to write a story that's also rooted in history. Because choosing the era of Vinland with the Vikings, I mean, that was a challenge. Especially with the Vikings, like I said, there's not much, they didn't write much, so you like have to read like the place where you can get your information from is very limited. So writing a story based on that is crazy difficult. And he pulled it off really well. So like what kind of story would he write next? Like would it be like fully fictional? Because I actually am interested to see like a fully fictional story and see how he does it. And I'm not expecting something like a shonen from like I don't think he's the type to like draw a shonen manga. Space again? I don't know, space stuff like fiction, like sci-fi and space stuff. It doesn't really interest me to be honest. Because it's always like written within the within spaceships, which feels like very cramped and it doesn't look nice, and or in disgusting looking planets. Something about the modern time, like within the modern time, would be neat and cool to see. Imagine he just goes. Imagine he decides to draw the most basic shonen manga with the most shonen tropes ever. Like a 15-year-old high school kid with a who never goes to school and just goes fights demons outside, has a demon within his body, has a pervy old man teacher, has a crush who's like very violent and hits him, has a new transformation every arc. That would actually be really funny to see. Like going from Vinland Saga to drawing something like that would actually be hilarious. Samurai story will go hard? Hmm. Like he said he's done with history. Yeah, huh. Like I don't like whatever he's gonna write. I don't think it's gonna be rooted in history anymore. I think it. I think it would have since he's like tired from the past, from writing stuff in the past. I feel like he would also be tired of like writing historical stuff. Maybe it would just go full fictional. I think he could pull off a sort of dark fantasy type, like a sort of berserk type thing. Like that would actually go crazy. Like not exactly not like exactly berserk, but like something along those lines. Futuristic samurai story, like how Kishimoto tried. You mean, I guess Gintama? Even though it's in the past, it's still futuristic and it's about samurais and there's space and aliens. And I still have to watch the fucking new Gintama movie. I honestly don't know. Like, I don't think it's gonna be a long story either. I honestly do not know what he would write. Wait, say what now? Wait, another, like an actual new movie? Like, what? Oh, no, is there a trailer or announcement? No, so I mean, the Gintama manga and anime is hella messy. So the manga is finished, it's concluded, but the anime got cancelled. So instead of continuing the story, they instead brought out a anime movie to conclude the story, and that movie came out like 3-4 years ago or some shit, and I haven't watched it yet. But if there's a new movie coming out, then huh. Let me look it up. Is there actual? Holy fuck! No shot. No, I feel like no. Gintama would have definitely hit my radar. Gintama movie trailer. Yoshiwara. Wait, what? 3 hours ago? There's no shot. That has to be fake, right? Let me take a look at the comments before I watch. We are so what? What? Oh, it's a reanimated arc. Let me see. Okay, no subtitles. Huh? 2026 Roadshow. Why is there no audio? Okay, that's annoying. It does not look familiar. Okay, this is definitely a reference to something, to another anime. Nah, I gotta look up a better trailer. 2025. Yoshiwara in Flames release date. Oh no, that's a DICE official trailer. An hour ago. Nah, this is crazy. Why is Ushio? I don't know who that is, but it sounds like you don't know Gintama. Gintama does not give a shit. Every single character is in there. Whether it's Goku, Yamcha, Luffy, the Shichibukai, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, everyone's there. No. Okay, this is just confusing. No. Okay, this is. I think this is so new that. What? Wait, when did you see the trailer though? Like today? King Recon 1 hour ago. What the? Wait, this is hella new. Okay, here's one from 4 hours ago. On Twitter. Oh, okay. What the hell? I've never realized how unhinged Gintama is without subtitles. Message from the author? What do you say? What about his? Oh, okay, fair enough. Huh. Okay, this is, I think this is from the new series that was announced ages ago. Gintama is the best no matter how many teams. Okay. Didn't read it? Okay, fair enough. All right, I'm gonna end it here. I gotta chill down for a bit. But yeah, Vinland Saga ending. Stuck the landing. A great ending. Great story. Overall, a 10 out of 10 S tier story. Really well done. And I guess that's the goodbye for Vinland Saga. Until the anime comes out at some point. But then again, that is if it will get another season. Because a lot of people dropped it. But yeah. All the people still watching, if you haven't done it yet, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Maybe I'll go live tonight for Kingdom or tomorrow, but we'll have to wait and see. Peace out.